not a savior smoker, we're here to save the day. We got tips and tricks, reviews and more. Join us on the back porch, that's what we're here for. We're not professionals, but we're here to help. Take a step into the lounge, don't be by yourself. Light up a stick, let the stories unfold. In the back porch lounge where the vibe is bold. Shy about the shop, no need to fear. We'll teach you the ropes and make it all clear. Learn the lingo, find your cigar groove. With the Leaf Cutters crew, you got nothing to prove. We're not professionals, but we're here to help. Take a step into the lounge, don't be by yourself. Light up a stick, let the stories unfold. In the back porch lounge where the vibe is bold. So grab your cigar, join the conversation. Let's light it up, spark some inspiration. The Leaf Cutters are here, the world to ignite. One stick at a time, under the porch light.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Back Porch Lounge. We are the Leaf Cutters, and we are not professionals, but we're here to help. And today, we have Billy in the Back Porch Lounge because Grim decided he's not important enough to come and be on our show. Yeah,
I heard he was too important, actually.
No, he's kind of down on himself right now, so he doesn't feel like he's important enough to be on the show. So he's like, I'll just turn it over to Billy. I love Billy, and Billy needs to be in the spotlight.
I'll quit by the end of the episode. It's cool.
See,
you won't miss it.
It'd be like he was here the whole time.
Yeah,
the whole time. So today we're actually smoking another penny cigar. Penny was nice enough to give us the Roosevelt Founders Maduro. Look at that pretty thing right there.
I'd like
Never
to
had
start
one of
this
these
podcast by saying to Roosevelt what it is, what it was, what it shall be. Now to the weather.
Dang.
It's
Sorry,
foggy.
that's Walter Cronkite. Hot and shitty with the pissy weather from the south. Sorry,
so,
it just felt normal. You know, throw it out there.
You felt like you just need to do it?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, it's fine.
Roosevelt night.
That's fine. So, as we light up, Robert has a question.
Okay. How many different types of wrapper are there?
I think Billy had a question that went along with this.
I was just wondering if you meant like old school hip hop, or are you talking about does R&B fit into that category, or
We'll go with modern.
I'll take a stab at that question.
Go for
the
it.
first one. Yeah, the cigar-related version of this question that I actually might have a clue about because kind of past the old school rap. There's a big whopping 4 that are mainline. They're what you're going to find in most places.
Fair. Yeah, fair.
Or at least what you're going to find in most New World cigars. You've got the Connie or the Connecticut, the Corojo, the Habano, and the Maduro.
Okay.
The Connie's the light, kind of the really light shaded. Generally, it's fairly light shaded. The Corojo is a little bit darker. You got the Habano, which is not a habanero, it's a Habano. It's got a little pepper to it. And the Maduro, which we all know is the dark and steamy.
the stickiest?
All right.
That's a fair answer, and that's typically what you're going to see when you're going into cigar shops. Just like Andy said, those are the typical ones that is going to be in almost every cigar shop. But there is a longer list of
But
that.
there's more. There is.
There's more. Because under the your basic cigar wrappers, you have your natural cigar wrappers, which include your Connecticut, your Habano, your Corojo, and your Candela. The Candela is a little bit more rare, but those can be found in your local cigar shop. They're the green wrapper ones. Then, if you go down to Maduro, there's a lot more under that. You have the Connecticut broadleaf, the Oscuro, the Ecuadorian Connecticut, the Ecuadorian Habano, the Ecuadorian Sumatran, as our friend Gaz says over at the Cigar Loons, Sumatran. I can't quite do it as well as he does, and then you got your Nicaraguan and San Andreas, which are all forms of Maduro. but they break it down to even more, specific into Maduros. But yeah, if you're ever asked, basic stuff, which I don't know who's asking this shit besides us. You have your
I get
Connecticut,
approached all the time and on the streets, in front of my house even. People are just knocking on my door. Hey, motherfucker!
I need to know this information.
What's this dark shit? What's this light shit?
They just point to what's this? What's this? What's this?
Yeah.
I need to know. But your basics are the Connecticut, the Habanero, the Corojo, and of course the Maduro. So
Very good.
I feel like that would have been a great question to ask Hector.
yeah, it would have been a great answer because he probably would have went into like even more depth that I hadn't even mentioned.
For sure.
Oh, hey, there's food.
I'm sure he can go maximum tobacco node. Oh, my dog's...
Oh yeah, he could definitely go maximum tobacco node. So what do we think of light up on these babies?
It lit really well.
It did light really well.
Yeah, it cut really well. I think my only take on this, Jesus, this double band's fucking huge.
Yeah, this is. But
Like
I like that I could punch this one really well. It has a thick cap on it, so it punches really, really well.
I used a straight cut, and I used my one with a back plate and had to cut it twice because the first cut just didn't do it. It's got some earthy flavors to kick off with, and that's as far as I've gotten. Is not even a quarter inch.
Well, I mean, first thoughts. For me, I'm kind of mirroring what Andy's saying. Like I was just saying, the punch is really good on this one because, like I said, it is a thick cap. So there's there's definite separation between where the tobacco starts and where the cap is. So it's a great pour punch. And then it does have some earthy flavors to it. I like it. How about you, Billy?
Yeah, pretty much jumping on the same things you guys both saying. I get the earthiness. It's a little early to kind of get any kind of notes or anything like that, but yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just first thoughts. Robert, what do you think, buddy?
Cut well, lit well. It's burning so far, nice and evenly. No complaints.
All right. And Zach, what about you, man?
Sorry, I was distracted by my dog. The dog is now inside, so I will smoke the cigar and give you an actual opinion. But so far, so good.
That sounds overrated. Just guess.
Fair enough. So actually, I think I'm going to start the show off with some trivia. Going back to some trivia that we used to do in the early podcasting days. So who's up for that?
Go for it.
All right. It's all cigar-related trivia, so it'll be fun.
So this is a learning experience for me.
No, you'll get a lot of it because it's basically going to be music, movies, and video games.
Oh,
and a little bit of history as well.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right. So in Terminator 2, Judgment Day, which actor lights a cigar in a deleted scene as a nod to his real life love of cigars?
Damn.
Robert
I'm
Patrick.
guessing it's Schwarzenegger.
It's got to be Schwarzenegger, but I kind of want to say the kid, but that's
Is
not
it
right.
is that too obvious of an answer? Or
It was Arnold. Arnold.
Does he do it like with his thumb or something? Or am I thinking of something else?
I think you're thinking of something else.
I mean,
Okay.
that's
Would have
the
been
end.
cool
At
because
the
at
end
the
of
when he dies.
It must have been what I was thinking.
in the molten metal.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me light this.
All right. And Die Another Day, which character smokes a cigar while in Cuba? A rare choice for this otherwise martini-loving spy.
Sean Connery.
And Die Another
James
Day.
Bond.
I don't remember.
James Bond is the right answer. Good.
Pierce
James
Brosnan.
Bond is the right answer.
The character.
It was Pierce Brosnan.
Okay.
It was Pierce. Yeah, I was
I
going to say
couldn't
Pierce
remember. Yeah.
But he smoked a Cuban, which wasn't characteristically correct for him.
No.
All right. I'm going to skip over the other Arnold question since,
It's all about Arnold.
No, we just had some about Arnold because it went from Terminator to Predator. All right. So in Constantine, John Constantine is a chain smoker. Though he smoked cigarettes in the movie, What smoking habit was referenced in early comic issues of Constantine?
Ooh, I don't know that one.
I'm guessing a cigar.
A cigar. That's the theme. So Zach got it.
Yes.
Correct.
I mean,
And that one was worth more points than all the other questions that you've asked so far.
Absolutely.
Is that what? Okay, just
and we're
making
keeping
sure that
track.
I'm winning.
Everybody's still 0 because I don't give a shit.
But I'm winning in my mind, which is
There you go.
You're leading. You're very much the leader. And Hellboy, the character.
all of the Zacks that are here in Tennessee, within a 1 mile radius, I'm winning.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
it. Sure.
So in Hellboy, the character often smoked cigars, adding to his rugged attitude. Who played the cigar-loving anti-hero?
In which version?
Ron Perlman. In
I was,
one of
yeah, I
them.
was going to say
Which
There's-
one?
The
few.
original one.
The
Ron
Ron
Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody seen the newest one of those?
I no.
Well, I think it's the guy who plays Jimmy in Yellowstone is playing Hellboy.
It's the guy in Stranger Things. It's what's his name?
No, there's even newer one.
He was in the
there's
last
newer
one.
There's a newer one
right.
than that.
Right, that's right.
In the reboot of the reboot. They did
Is it-
reboot.
we're on
Oh,
the
yeah.
one three.
Not
Like
in my head.
really low budget, and but actually like created by the guy who wrote the comic.
Mm-hmm.
The new one?
Yeah,
But I haven't. Yeah, the new one. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know a whole lot about the cast and crew and stuff, but I thought it was a pretty good Hellboy.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, and I haven't seen any trailers or anything for it. But I just saw in the cast listing that the guy who played Jimmy was in it, and I'm like, is he Hellboy? Because on the cover it looks like him. So I'm like, oh crap.
No, he's not Hellboy. He's another character.
He's a secondary character. Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you for that correction.
But cool to see him in it. I just honestly like his acting repertoire. It's just outside of that Jimmy character, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or I think it is.
Yep, I mean, that works. All right. So in Inglourious Bastards, which actor's character, Lieutenant Aldo Rain, is often seen smoking cigars, reinforcing his fearless WW2 persona?
Brad Pitt
Yeah, this is a Brad
plays
Pitt.
Aldo Rain.
Brad Pitt.
You know, he happens to be from Monroeville, Tennessee.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, the character is not Brad Pitt. I don't know.
So
where
when he
he's
goes
from.
around saying, shoot Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
where he's
such a
getting
good
that from.
movie.
It really
a
I
is.
don't know, now I've got to watch it tonight.
I haven't seen
But
that in a while.
the
Yeah, it's been a
Manorville,
while since I've seen
Tennessee thing, I think, was a Tarantino nod to his Tennessee roots, I believe.
Yeah, he's done that in a couple of movies, like especially what was the other one that I caught right off the bat? Death Proof. He nods to they have a scene in Lebanon, Tennessee. Yeah. Which is,
Near Nashville, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
yeah. Now I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, why did they just randomly stick him in Lebanon, Tennessee? But his roots.
I did not know he was from Tennessee.
All right, The Untouchables. Robert De Niro's portrayal of which historic figure includes frequent cigar smoking, reflecting the real life preference of this mob boss.
Al Capone.
Al Capone.
Al Capone.
Which,
I have an Al Capone thing.
Do you? Go for it.
Go ahead.
So when we lived in Louisiana, we made a couple of trips to Hot Springs, Arkansas, which I did not know at the time was where a lot of the mob of the time period of Al Capone would hang out because Al Capone was ill. He had tuberculosis or something like that, and the hot springs were like, therapy for that illness. But they ended up running a casino in Hot Springs, and like they had the cops on the payroll. There's a whole museum to it. It's very cool. If you're ever in Hot Springs, it's worth a trip to the Gangster Museum or Mafia Museum.
That'd be cool.
That's actually cool.
And there's
Isn't
a Al
there-
Capone suite in the Alexander Hotel, which
Mhm.
is where he actually stayed.
Interesting. Probably haunted. For those of you who believe in hauntings. I mean, that Gibbs.
Not anymore, baby.
All right, I'm done
Not
around.
anymore.
Continue, Gibbs.
Well, that same hotel was featured in Bad Boys 2, wasn't it?
Probably.
I think it was.
Bad Boys 2?
Mm-hmm. It was either Bad Boys or Bad Boys 2. It was the Al Capone suite they were in. Sorry,
I'm now
just
wondering if I've seen Bad Boys 2.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I know I've seen Bad Boys 1.
It's a side note. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're gonna move on to music now, since movies were so easy for you. All right. So, which Pink Floyd
Zach,
song
man.
uses? Yeah, it's all Zach. Which Pink Floyd song uses cigars as a metaphor for the greed and corrupt control of the music industry? It wasn't money.
Welcome
But a
to
good
Mission.
guess.
That was the only guess that I was approaching. I have no idea.
Yeah.
You're close, Andy. That wasn't the name of the song, though.
Oh. It's in the chorus. That's all I can hear.
What was the
You're gonna
chorus?
kick yourself once you get the song because it's along the same theme.
Yeah.
Give up.
I didn't hear
yeah.
what you said.
I was saying
I took Welcome to the Machine.
name of. You said "Welcome to the Machine."
Oh, I can't remember the name of the song.
Yep.
Yeah, neither can I. That's all I can remember.
Got it. Have a cigar.
That's the name of the cigar.
That's the name of the song. Have a cigar.
I failed all my Floyd.
You don't get it? Get over here, boy. Have a cigar. You're gonna go far.
Yep.
Yep.
God, I hope these guys aren't coming to our house. Sorry, I got two fire trucks rolling this way.
Oh no.
Does your house
right.
appear to be on fire?
Yeah. Check that first.
Only the back patio where there's the only place where smoke coming from.
Nice.
It could be going next door. By
All
the
right,
way,
ready for next question? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No. I apologize for getting on the podcast, but I didn't get to eat lunch before we had this party because I was out running around doing errands and stuff. Catfish goes really well with this cigar. Just saying.
Very nice.
Interesting. So you're
Food
pairing
pairings.
with catfish.
Next on the podcast, we're gonna start doing food pairings. We're gonna start doing cakes and different
Ooh,
pastries.
I like cake. No, the cake's a lie.
The cake is a lie.
Cake's a lie.
But you can't
All
let
right.
them eat cake.
So, next question.
It's a different
Which
kind of
rapper,
cake.
known for his love of Cuban cigars, often references cigars in his lyrics as symbols of luxury and success?
Wait, say that again?
Which rapper, known for his love of Cuban cigars, often references cigars in his lyrics as a symbol of luxury and success?
I feel like Pitbull is the answer to that, but I
Is
don't
Pitbull
know.
a rapper?
I don't think so.
I don't know what he is.
No, I think he's more. I think he's more of a pop singer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Dr. Dre.
I'm going to go
Same era.
50 Cent.
Too
Wrong
new.
era.
Too new? Okay.
Mhm.
Biggie.
Ooh,
Tupac?
Nope. But he was running around the same time they were.
Ice tea?
Maybe.
Ice Cube, Ice T, no.
Sweet tea? Unsweet tea.
Limoncello. I don't know. You give up,
Oh, yeah. Rap's not my
Jay
thing.
Z.
That makes sense. I have seen him. He was on the cover of Cigar Aficionado, I think. at some point.
Aficionado, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I left it in there because I'm like, he's been on the cover of Cigar Aficionado a couple times.
Yeah. I apologize. All of rap music. I'm
You apologize to all of rap music.
all of rap
You're just
music.
You're just giving a blanket apology
don't-
for him.
I don't dislike it, but it's not my thing. So I don't know all the things.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
it's not
definitely
my
not a
thing, so
Jay Z
all of
fan,
it.
that's for sure.
No. Not by a long
I
shot.
could make the same apology to all of country music, with the exception of Dolly Parton, probably, and Johnny Cash.
See, but since you missed that one, if you get the next one, you're automatically racist.
Oh, great.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh dang!
Okay, no pressure.
This
All right.
escalated quickly.
Automatic.
the
Automatic
hell?
racism
Gotcha.
card. All right. Which member of the Rat Pack was rarely seen without a cigar or a cigarette, making cigars part of his signature look?
Sammy Davis. Because you said if I didn't get it, you got to be racist. I think it's the only black guy on the Rat Pack.
Right.
You went the opposite direction.
I mean, wasn't Sinatra a big cigar guy?
Sinatra was a big cigar
Sinatra
guy,
was
too.
the big cigar guy.
Yeah.
Really, I was just kidding about the racist part. I was just fucking with you.
That was a trap.
It was
Oh,
a trap.
Damn it.
Dang.
Damn it. Fell for it.
Yep. But yeah,
Pop
Sinatra
culture
was
trap.
Yeah, Sinatra was. I mean, you see pictures of Sinatra just sitting there holding his cigar, or cigarette, and a lot of old photos of him. You know, that whole smoky room vibe is kind of Sinatra-esque.
I mean, I kind of make the whole reference of smoking and the Rat Pack just completely synonymous with the entire group. You know, I don't know that
exactly.
any of them without.
Yeah, Sammy, Dean Martin. Yeah, you got Frankie Frank.
Tommy Two Wise.
He was running the books.
Yeah.
You mean cooking them? But I'm all right. So, and last music question: which iconic rapper known as Biggie Smalls frequently referenced cigars in his lyrics and imagery, adding to his persona of wealth and power?
Biggie Smalls?
I'm gonna
That's
go.
not
with
his
Biggie
name.
Smalls.
I don't know his name.
Oh,
Yeah, you do. Billy said it earlier.
I did.
Notorious B.I.G.
The Notorious B.I.G.
Okay. I think you were asking for his full name.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were looking for.
No, I don't know that. I definitely don't know that.
It's the unquestionable Notorious B.I.G. What does B.I.G. stand for?
Big motherfucker. Yeah, I don't know because it's actually B.I.G. So
Right.
I don't know.
Come on, Billy, out with it.
Bad something gangster.
Oh my God!
I don't know.
Now I gotta look it up.
Now we have to let people know. It's a cliffhanger.
Dun, dun.
All right. So once we figure that out, we'll move on to video games.
Oh, we're looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
my phone is too far away. I can't reach
My
it.
phone is my camera, so I can't.
I think
Oh,
Andy's
that's
looking
two of
for
us.
it. Just the two.
I
of us.
can't read that fast.
We can-
Holy crap!
Ask ChatGPT.
Chad GPT. What does
Reference.
B.I.G. stand for?
Somebody ask the audience.
We won't know by then.
Post in the comments below, and don't forget to give us a like. Smash that like button.
And smash that alert bell to make sure you get all the updated information from the leaf cutters.
So, does the phrase "smash that like button" just like slightly irritate you?
Yeah,
Maybe
it just
getting
rubs you
old.
raw.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
just like
I think people
I
use
don't
it
know.
now just to be irritating or ironic, just because.
yeah, maybe
it got
that's what it is.
so fucking overplayed. Or
Ah,
the ones
it
that
used to
bother
stand
me
for
the
business-
most are the ones that they ask you to click like, and then they play a little like animation and a click sound.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's great.
Dancing click.
yeah. That's
It used to stand for business instead of game. He said honestly. Now it stands for bullet in the gut.
Oh.
Damn.
The bullet in the gut nickname was likely a nod to the '94 shooting of his friend Tupac in the studio in New York City that turned their relationship sour.
That's fucked up.
Okay, move on to the
Dang.
next topic before
Yeah, let's
this
move on to
goes
video
into
games.
a P. Diddy episode.
No.
Yeah.
Hey,
No.
man, Biggie's dead, so we're all right.
might I comment on this cigar for a moment?
Well, that's what I was going to say about where are we at, but we're not halfway yet.
Not quite.
You are.
Getting there.
He's about
I'm
halfway.
one label down.
Well, do
Or
we
band
want
down.
to? Do we want to go ahead and do the midway?
I
mean-
I felt like I didn't get to say something about the cigar because I was distracted previously, but I have
This is true.
opinions
Okay.
now.
Yeah, go ahead then. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not bad. It's pretty good. Like it's not knocking my socks off, but it's like I would not be upset if I had another one in my humidor.
Well, all right.
My halfway. I'm. It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Zach's saying, it's not the best cigar in the world, but it's not one of those that's one and done. If I found another one, I'd be like, hey, you know what? That's a decent choice. Let me grab that. It's definitely a medium smoke.
Currently,
yeah. I think it's probably going to turn to a full, probably by the end. Just because right now it's like a medium. It's like right there with you. It's meaty. So, yeah, I think by the end of it, it's going to be a little bit heavier. So probably a full by the end. How about you, Andy?
Yeah, it may be a full by the end. Pairs really well with the catfish, the black-eyed peas, and the mashed potatoes, and the Dr. Pepper
Ooh.
cherry.
So it's a
Like
southern cigar.
Peas.
It could be a southern cigar. But yeah, it's kind of pretty earthy, honestly, to me, flavor-wise. So, I mean, it's good. It's smoking pretty well and fairly expediently, no less. So,
Andy sees himself on the banks of the Mississippi, fishing out his catfish, cooking his black-eyed peas, and just getting
Would you
ready
eat
for
a catfish
good night.
that you caught in the Mississippi?
No.
Hey man, if I'm hungry enough,
Get that out of there.
It
What about
reminds me. I'm getting a little bit of crude oil and commerce.
Is that plastic? Whoa!
No, it's microplastic.
Oh yeah.
And dirt. Lots of dirt.
Lots of dirt. How about you, Billy?
It's been a really easy smoking cigar. Smooth, not like you said, not too heavy. I think it'd be something I'd definitely smoke again. But like you guys said, it's not like it doesn't like hit you in the face with flavor, but it's good.
And Robert, what do you think, buddy? Robert thinks he's on mute and we're not talking to him. So let's just act like we're going to talk to him. Hey, Robert, what's going on, buddy?
That's true, Robert.
Robert, that was a great thing.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I totally agree that Robert is not paying attention to this podcast anymore, and he's just looking down at whatever he's looking down at. And he's on mute. So
Damn.
On top of that, he can't respond to us, and he's really in-depth in what he's looking at. I think he's actually playing a game of Tecmo Bowl. Is that what you're playing, Robert?
Robert, the old
like,
handheld version, right?
Yeah, the old handheld version. So he's like, oh, touchdown. He looks up every once in a while. Are they looking at me? They're still talking, so I'm okay. I'm safe. I don't have to say anything right now because I can just check out. And what do you think, Robert?
Oh shit!
He was having some technical difficulties before we got started. Is everything working, Robert?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
It's crunchy. It's tasty. Hey,
Yes.
I hear Robert.
Hey.
Okay, I've got my AirPods died. They died.
Okay.
They died. So I've got you turned down, but
We're sorry for your loss.
yeah, me too. Now I gotta go buy another pair. Damn it.
Oh,
But the
shut.
cigar's
Darn.
great.
Maybe charge them.
Yeah, they're charged.
What do you think about the cigar so far?
Cigar's good. It's staying consistent all the way through. It's not the best I've ever had. It's not the worst I've ever had. So it's pretty good.
So far, it's like a middle of the road cigar,
Yeah.
which is not a bad thing.
I will say it's
I gotta
got
be
a
hon-
really
I gotta
good
be
draw,
honest.
and
Yeah.
the smoke output's really good.
It has no knocks against it. But last time we smoked one of my favorite cigars, and this is not my favorite cigar.
Yeah,
We got to draw the line
last week
somewhere.
was definitely a good
That's totally
cigar.
fair.
All right, we want to continue with our trivia.
Do it.
All right. In the Metal Gear Solid series, which character can use cigars to pass time and relieve stress, adding to his tough image?
Solid snake.
Snake.
Solid Snake.
Solid Snake.
I don't know. I remember the first one. I thought it was packs of cigarettes.
I think you're right. I think early on it was packed cigarettes, but then they changed it to cigar.
Like from the NES
So,
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
NES days.
do you mind if I side tangent about Metal Gear for just a second?
Go for
Let's
it.
do it.
Oh.
Okay. So
No, Zach, you
there-
can't fuck that shit. No, we're right on. All right, get right back to it.
continue.
So
So
Miguel,
there's
continue.
a group called Mega 64 that does like in the time when Jackass was starting to become popular, they were doing kind of like a similar type stunt thing, but it was video game related, and they had DVDs, and they're hilarious. But they do a Metal Gear episode, and every time I hear Metal Gear, I hear one of the characters go, Metal Gear. And I know that doesn't translate to anybody, but maybe there's one person out there who has seen Mega 64 and can appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do you still have your ringtone or your text messages as the alert?
It got reset, but that is usually the text tone for my wife.
Yeah, when you're found
for a
out.
variety of reasons.
Yeah, or whatever. You can't even do it.
Yeah. Not that I'm in trouble, just it's very loud and you can hear it pretty well.
I've been seen.
Yeah, but
Yes.
for some
And it's
reason,
like-
it's like a Pavlovian thing. You go hide somewhere as soon as it happens.
I
Gotta go find a cardboard
immediately
box
grab
really
a cardboard
quick.
box. Yes. And just hunker down.
Hunker down. All right. Now we're getting to one of my favorite games. In Red Dead Redemption, smoking cigars replenishes the health and stamina of which rugged Western anti-hero?
Would that be John Marston?
It technically does, but that's not what we're looking for.
Dang it!
Dang it.
Because in Red Dead Redemption, John Marston's at the end of the game. That goes into Red Dead Revolver.
2.
Yeah, Red Dead Revolver is
Yeah.
the precursor to
My
Red
bad.
Dead Redemption,
Yeah.
which is a totally different kind of game.
Anybody else got a guess?
I haven't
That
played
guy that rides the horse.
Yeah, that guy.
Robert got it. Way to go, buddy.
The guy on the cover.
Arthur
Whatever you
Morgan.
named your character as you started the
Arthur
game.
Morgan. Okay.
Arthur Morgan.
Isn't that Red Dead 2, though?
It is technically it is Red Dead 2, so that should be stricken.
Okay. I
Goes,
may
yeah,
be
Red Dead
getting
2.
those confused.
Well, see, Red Dead 2 starts off with Arthur Morgan, and then it goes into John Marston's story. John Marston then goes back to Red Dead Redemption 1, and it's his entire story.
Time loop.
Yeah, that 1800s time machines. Gotcha.
Well, I
Must
mean,
have been
it
a train
happened
and
in
a
Back to the
DeLorean.
Future.
Side note, those games are fantastic.
Fantastic.
I do
Yes.
want to get to play them. I just have never sat down long enough to get started.
You should play them. They're amazing.
When I played the first Red Dead game, I developed a visceral hate for cougars. Anybody
Yes.
who plays the game.
Actual
that's all.
cougars or old ladies?
Yeah,
who prey on
40-year-old
them?
women.
No,
Fuck that shit.
no. The large cat native to the United States
Okay.
that apparently pops out of nowhere and almost murders you every time it shows up when you're not prepared.
But yeah, no, you develop a strong hatred toward cougars because you don't see them coming. You never
Yeah.
see them freaking coming.
Those bastards.
You're just like working on some food or something, and then all of a sudden, bam, cougar, you're dead.
Tanning my leather over here.
Yeah, tanning my leather.
Is that what you're calling it now?
I mean, Billy's wife's around. We don't want to talk about him tanning his leather.
Sure we do.
But
Gotta
no,
be serious, guys. Come on.
Red Dead Redemption I loved because in that you could get the Four Horsemen, or that you get the Four Horsemen's horses. So
Oh, I
like
forgot
literally you
about
can
that.
run around with a horse that's famine. You can run around with a horse that's war, and it just catches people on fire.
Famine, war, death, and pestilence.
Pestilence. Yeah.
Yeah, pestilence too. It's pretty cool. But
Everybody
moving
loves
on,
pestilence.
I guess everybody's a fan.
Everybody's a fan of pestilence.
Greatest diet you ever been on.
Hey, locusts, everybody.
All right, so next one is also a Rockstar game. In Grand Theft Auto series, which characters are often seen smoking cigars, especially among high-status NPCs and crime bosses?
Tony.
You know, that is a. I'm throwing that question out because you know what the answer is?
What?
High-status NPCs and crime bosses.
Oh. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel like a good.
That's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just goes to show you I didn't proofread that one before I said it.
Did you ask ChatGPT to make that for you?
Maybe.
No.
Reference
okay.
the last episode.
And this is for Andy. In Duke Nukem, the title character is known for having a cigar in his mouth. How does this cigar habit enhance his over-the-top action hero image?
Oh, I thought it was just a permanent image. I thought it was a badass with it anyways.
You're very close just by saying that.
Yeah. Just because it exists.
It reinforces his macho and fearless persona.
Yes. If only we
So
could
that
get
just
Doom
goes to
Guy.
And chew bubble gum,
Dude,
and I'm all out of bubble gum.
All out of
Nice.
Isn't that They Live? Yep, that's They Live. All right, we're going to move on to history.
Roosevelt.
Grant.
And you know what? I should have put Roosevelt in here. Which British leader is closely associated with cigars, in particular one style of cigar,
Winston Churchill.
known for its large size?
Churchill.
It's named after him.
Margaret Thatcher.
Arturo Fuente.
Margaret Thatcher.
I like Arturo Fuente as the answer.
Arturo Fuente.
I mean, it's
but
not, it's not related,
I like-
but Grim will get it.
Grim will
You
get
know.
it. Grim won't watch it. It's okay. Churchill. Of course.
Mm-hmm. Winston Churchill. And in 1962, which country did the U.S. embargo make the cigars a luxury item in America, adding to their allure?
And
I'm
what?
going to go with Cuba.
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 You have to say Cuba.
Well,
Canada. What? No.
Canada.
That's yeah. Everybody knows about the Great Canadian Embargo.
Mm-hmm.
You can no longer.
Man, I
Maple
wish I could
syrup.
still get
So
it.
hard to get.
That's what I'm saying. I wish I could get a moose knuckle cigar.
Or a chillin' moose.
Just get chillin' moose. All right. So, which famous psychiatrist smoked an average of 20 cigars a day and continued his habit even after multiple surgeries for oral cancer? Holy shit!
Is it the Freud dude?
Yeah, I was gonna say Freud.
Freud.
It's the Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund.
Sigmund Freud.
It's that Freud dude.
I did not know about the oral surgeries and such.
He had several oral surgeries. Damn.
If you don't have a question about one of these guys, I'm upset with your GPT. Because this guy.
Oh no, we still got two more.
Okay.
Which U.S. Civil War general and president was frequently seen with a cigar, leading fans to send him thousands of cigars during the war?
Wait. How many of those survived and were smoked by Gibbs later in life and made fun of continuously? I think that might be. I'll let somebody else.
Ulysses S. Grant?
Ulysses S. Grant.
Gotta
That's the
be.
winner.
And there's a number to those cigars, how many he received.
Really?
Anybody want to take a guess?
I have no idea.
69?
Remember, this was Civil War times, but
Hundreds?
Or 420?
Thousands? 420?
69?
69? That's a lot of cigars.
10,000 cigars.
10,000?
He got 10,000 cigars from different people because they found out he liked cigars.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's nuts, especially for the Civil War. How'd they get them to him during the war, you know? Our guys need supplies.
It was
We need to make sure we have
20
ammunition.
Express.
Well, here's your shipment of cigars, sir. Oh, thank God.
We're going to win this war.
Priorities, people. Priorities.
We're gonna win now.
All right. And last question. Which celebrated American author reportedly smoked up to 40 cigars a day
Okay.
and famously claimed it helped his creativity and relaxation?
Okay. I'm
Samuel
so glad.
Clemens.
Yes.
Samuel Clemens.
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain. The
I like
riverboat
that
captain himself.
Robert got that correct.
I was going to say Stephen King, but this didn't seem right.
So something.
And I'm pretty sure Billy's referring to all the damn Mark Twains we've smoked in the past.
Oh, Jesus. No kidding.
Yeah, I mean, we've smoked so many Mark
There
Twains.
better be a fucking Mark Twain.
You know, I don't think I have had a Mark Twain.
Yeah, you have.
I think I've had a Mark Twain. I haven't had a Grant, but I have had a Mark Twain.
Well, because of all the bashing that Andy does on my grants, you probably will never have a grant because I'll never ever bring it up.
I mean, you're welcome to send him some. I'm not, we
I
should
like the
always
brand.
try new
Absolutely.
things. I tried them.
You did. It's not for you,
I
and it's
mean-
fine.
It's not for me. It's like flavored cigars. It's not for me. It doesn't mean I'm still gonna give you shit about it. It doesn't really matter.
And I fully expect it. But we used to smoke Mark Twains all the time because they were cheap, but they weren't cheap cigars. You know, they were cheap to buy, but they were not cheap cigars. They're pretty decent tobacco in those cigars.
Mark
Shut up,
Twain?
Andy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Mark
No.
Twain's,
Mark Twain. Sorry.
not Grants.
Just trying to get back on the right page.
Yeah, yeah. The Mark Twains have premium tobacco in them, but they're affordable.
Yes.
They're good cigars.
They're good.
I would
days.
definitely put.
Speaking
Yeah, they're
of cigars,
good days.
I don't know if it's the whiskey of the company, but I feel like the cigar's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It's
gonna.
the whiskey.
Yeah, agree. It is getting better. Oh,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I just refilled it, so
Yeah. What are you drinking yours with today?
this is Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. I think I had that last episode.
Nice.
It's what I had on hand, and it's
Yes,
not.
what do you-
It's a decent whiskey for the price. It's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I would call it a maybe bottom shelf, but for bottom shelf, it's worth the money.
Fair enough. Anybody else pairing?
Cherry Dr. Pepper Zero. It was out
Hey,
here.
that works, man.
It's what I had time to grab on the way out the
Coke
door.
Zero.
That's
Yeah.
And basically, I couldn't make it to Gibbs' house. Basically, is a problem.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Weller.
yes, some guy.
Fucking
I'm
Weller.
drinking Weller's.
Yeah, I'm drinking Weller.
Mm-hmm.
People love me and stuff.
Well, okay, so I'll give you the backstory. I don't normally get to have Wellers because Wellers A is expensive, especially where I'm at,
And impossible
and
to
B,
find.
it's hard to find now, right? So unless you're going to go to the
Anywhere.
secondary market, unless you're going to the secondary market, you're not going to find it. But I DJ'd my nephew's wedding this weekend, and this was my gift, was a bottle of Weller's, and it is fantastic. I had a glass of it last night that my wife made for me, and it was filled to here.
That's because she loves you.
You had a good night.
She does
Right.
love me, but I was like, Jesus Christ, you want me to die first night?
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, maybe.
Maybe?
I mean, that might be the problem.
Interesting. What?
Like, I love you,
She's like,
honey. Drink this as fast as
I'm
you
gonna
can.
fuck up that liver real fast.
Are you done with yours already? Can I get you a refill?
No, she doesn't even ask. She just starts pouring. Here you go, baby.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Huh? Well, okay. I'm thirsty.
Okay.
So, so what do you think of that Weller?
It is delicious. It's extremely smooth. It's wheat. So I do like the wheat bourbons. Now that I've been turned on to the wheat bourbons, but it's extremely smooth. Goes well with this cigar. It definitely balances it out.
Have you tried Larceny?
Yes.
Ooh, that's good stuff too.
Okay, that's like a readily available wheated bourbon.
Hey,
It's pretty
And
good.
guess what? Got it from the same person. My sister gave me the Larceny that I had as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was for Christmas last year.
Nice. Larceny's pretty good.
Yeah, I would say I do tend to enjoy the wheated bourbons probably more so than others. Other
Interesting.
styles, the more, I guess, rye.
I go back and forth on rye. I every time I think that I don't like it, I have one and I'm like, oh man, that's actually really good.
Yeah, there's certain ones I really like, but I think
Yeah.
overall, I think I drift more towards the wheated ones.
One of the first that I really liked was Angel's Envy.
Hmm.
Rye was, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like Elijah Craig and all kinds of rye now.
I don't think I've had any Elijah Craig.
If Elijah Craig is like a, it's not usually like they have expensive bottles. They have like a barrel strength or a full strength, whatever they call it. Specifically, that's more expensive and more rare. But they're just standard bourbon, 92 proof. It's really good, and it's like $25-$30 depending on where you live. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them several times. And
Do recommend.
It's readily
Shout out
available.
to Elijah Craig if you want to sponsor the leaf cutters. We're down for that. I will drink Elijah Craig.
And he said it just like he should whenever you're drinking Elijah Craig. Shout out to Elijah Craig. It's good and it's sounding really good.
Yeah.
And they're good.
No, that's the Evan Williams that's speaking.
He's over there. Stop making fun of me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if a bourbon wants to sponsor us, we're all for it. So I was thinking back, since we did trivia back in the day a couple times on the show, let's revisit one of the things that we've said kind of before, but we did it with people we would like to smoke with. Have we ever done, like, where is the ideal spot that you want to smoke? Not where you have smoked and you know that that's awesome place to smoke. But where would you want to smoke if you could have a premium cigar in a place that would be like your zen place to smoke? Oh, Andy's got one.
I got a couple actually. I think for me, to be all zinny, I guess. It's going to be in the mountains. Actually, both of mine are going to be in the mountains. One's going to be in the Rockies or the Alps, somewhere where there's snow. Just in the cabin where I can pop on a couple of skis afterwards, or whatnot, and just kind of relax on a snow-capped mountain and enjoy my cigar. The other one's going to be in the Appalachians because that's just home.
Yeah.
And my smart-ass comment would be in the Vatican, in the Pope's chair.
Hey.
Sitting on the throne.
Red phone to God going, hey, man, have you had this cigar? It's awesome.
It's awesome. I know you made it and all, but have you tried it?
But have you tried it?
We did some good shit with your plants, man. Yeah.
All right.
It's funny. I was going to say almost identical to what you said, Andy.
Get new ideas, Billy.
Nice secluded, cabin up in the Rockies. Somewhere where there's a nice big stream off in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Something And then same thing for the Appalachian Mountain somewhere where there's, probably right during the fall, right around now. You get all the different color leaves and everything, just nice and quiet and secluded. Yeah, that would be perfect.
What's your smart ass answer?
In a Japanese temple?
In a Buddhist temple?
Yeah. Smoke with the Dalai Lama.
Dang.
That'd be a good one. How about you, Robert?
On a secluded beach in the Caribbean. The waves rolling in, the breeze, the sun, right there. And then the mountains.
That's a pretty popular answer because
My smart answer is behind the oval desk. In the Oval Office behind the desk.
Are you smoking the stick? Never mind.
Make sure you look for the secret
manual
in the desk, right? So that you can find the key to the secret room.
Exactly.
Or that takes you to another clue.
And you find the treasure at the end of the road.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, how about you, buddy?
Well, since I live in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains,
with the stream,
backyard's pretty fucking good.
Your backyard is pretty fucking nice. Just saying.
There's a state park called Frozen Head State Park, and it's about it's an hour and a half probably from here. I've never had a cigar there, and I have a lot of good memories of camping and hiking and stuff out there. That'd be a top one. I was thinking Oval Office just because that seems like a baller place to have a cigar. Yeah.
It's hard. It's really hard. I mean, of course, I have to say the mountains too, because having had a smoke in the mountains, you want to do it again. I mean, almost instantly, you want to do it again because it's so relaxing. It takes you out of everything. But I would add the addendum. I would love like a little stream or something, so I could just hear the water going. I'm not a big beach person, so the waves, I take it or leave them, whatever. But my smart ass answer would be on an airplane.
Oh, nice.
Just because you're not supposed to smoke on the airplane, and I'm like, fuck it. Everybody's going to smell what I'm smoking today.
So I heard a story about, I'm not 100% sure this is true, but I will speak to it as if it was true. I heard that Danny DeVito, who is a cigar enthusiast from what I understand, was on an airplane and got permission from everybody on the airplane to smoke a cigar on the airplane after it was banned. And that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, are you
it does suck
say
because
no to Danny DeVito?
He's a national treasure. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
totally.
Every time I see his face, I'm happy I see it.
I
would love to shake his hand and give that man a hug. He seems like a pretty good guy.
Be like hugging a munchkin, but that's okay.
I think
only because Zach is 6'11".
Yeah,
and
yes,
you'd have to lean over so far.
I am 6'11". Definitely not shorter than that,
but not by much.
Not by a foot or so.
Yeah,
but I think it. But I mean, I know it's stuck on an airplane because the recycled air and everything. You wouldn't get the full scent of a cigar out of the air, but I think it'd be just
you wouldn't
a
taste
fun story to say.
I don't know. The 60s and 70s didn't fucking matter.
Oh yeah, I mean, the inside of the planes were yellowish.
Yeah,
they still are.
They're still in service.
Yeah,
I had speaking of smoking on planes, I had an incident at the air when I was in customer service at the airport where a lady can't smoke on a plane, right? Of course, this was a through flight, so she didn't have to the plane. So she gets up from her seat, goes back to the back galley door, which is wide open because they're waiting for food service and whatnot to come service the aircraft, and lights up her cigarette. She didn't pay any attention to what's going on around her. Didn't look down and notice it. Didn't look down and notice the fucking fuel in the aircraft. And was promptly pulled off by the captain, who was still on the plane. Said, "What the hell do you think you're doing? We can't smoke on the plane, but while it's in the air. Well, you can't smoke on the plane on the fucking ground either, especially when they're fucking fueling."
So this seems like a money problem. If anybody out there wants to charter a plane for the leaf cutters, we are open to that, to smoke a cigar on a plane. I apologize if I speak for anybody who doesn't agree with me, but I think
speak for
most
me this
people
time.
would be
It's
down
okay.
with that.
Yeah, I'll allow it. But yeah, I mean,
I
it's
do
just
wonder
one of those
in
things.
the,
Like because you couldn't
reduced
do it,
oxygen.
You can't.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I would say it's just one of those things. Since you couldn't do it for so long, just to be able to do it is like kind of cool to me.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
No, yeah, totally.
What were you saying? Reduce the oxygen?
Yeah, was Billy saying that? I wonder if you could taste it.
Yeah.
I wonder if the reduced oxygen, how the cigar would affect you.
Yeah, I know
'Cause,
that
like,
they have to
alcohol
change
hits
alter the
you
recipes for their foods and stuff like
significantly
drastically to be able to even taste anything.
And
Yep.
somehow it still tastes like shit. Just saying.
30,000 feet up, this tastes a bit like candy.
It tastes a little bit like shoe leather. Don't eat the
Again,
fish.
if anybody out there with a private plane who wants to sponsor the leaf cutters for a in-flight cigar,
And maybe even a drink.
we'll
We'll
try
supply-
that.
You know what? We'll take that burden off of you. We'll supply the cigars
And the whiskey.
Sure.
and the whiskey. You know, we'll pitch in what we can.
And even a Diet Dr. Pepper for Robert.
And Diet Dr Pepper for Robert.
There you
See
go.
how accommodating we are?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
We're team players.
Just don't leave me out, man.
All right. How are we doing on the cigar?
I'm down the last third.
Yeah.
Billy and I are about the
All
same
right.
spot.
About the same.
I mean, we still got more to go, so we can keep going.
I will say I think it has kicked it up a notch, and it's a little bit better. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Again, company may be contributing.
I think it's kind of coming in onto its own a little bit more now. Yeah, you said the intensity's jacking up a little bit. Flavors are getting a little bit more pronounced. It's still kind of hard to pick up any kind of notes for me anyway, but yeah,
Catfish.
it's improving.
Catfish and black-eyed
Interesting.
peas.
Barbecue.
It tastes exactly like catfish.
This tastes like a charcuterie board.
Ooh, that's kind of grainy.
A cornucopia of flavor.
Yes, not the meat and cheese on top, but the board
It's the
itself.
board. So,
It's high in fiber. It's good for your colon.
Is that lacquer?
See, you can pull notes out, Billy. I'm proud of you. But I'll tell you a funny story.
oh,
No, not yet, Andy. Not yet.
He hasn't told the story yet. Hold it.
So I'm gonna embarrass the hell out of my nephew right now.
he's not here. Perfect.
So I was at my nephew's wedding this weekend. That's how I got the Wellers, of course. And we're doing during the ceremony. The bride all of a sudden looks over and is like talking to somebody in the crowd. I couldn't see who it was because I was way in the back. But they were talking. She was talking to somebody in the crowd while the preacher was talking. I'm like, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? And then all of a sudden, my wife comes running over to me, and I'm like, what's up? She was like, they can't find the rings. And I'm
That's
like,
mildly important.
what? And they're like, they can't find the rings. And I was like, well, go look for them real quick. So my wife goes running off, and I'm like, what the hell? And they continue on and continue on. They haven't got to the ring part yet. And she goes back out. She's like, I can't find them. And I'm like, oh shit. So I pull off my ring, and she pulls off her ring.
Quick.
Yeah. She pulls off her ring, and we sneak it up to him and hand it to one of the groomsmen so they could give it to him. And then when it comes to that part, my nephew straight up says, guys, we don't have the rings. And I'm like, no, you can cover. And he's like, we don't have the rings. They're downstairs under the sink.
What the fuck are they doing under the sink?
Well, in his defense, he did tell everybody, do not leave me in charge of the rings. Do not leave me in charge of the rings. Do not leave me in charge of the rings. He said it several times. And what did they do? Left him in charge of the rings. So they stopped the whole production until they got the rings. They finally brought him up to him. And oh my God, I was laughing so hard in the back. It wasn't even.
That's hilarious.
That had to be a
I was like,
nightmare. I don't know.
That's like the worst nightmare for like me. I was like, forgetting the fucking ring, you know?
That's hilarious.
I wasn't worried about forgetting my ring.
We had a bridesmaid not show up for our wedding.
Yeah, but you can cover that because only the people in the party know.
Well, we substituted with a person who probably should have been there from the start, but it was like it's just a laughing thing now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and this is going to be something he's going to look back on and laugh about. But it's just, I was just like, oh my god.
Oh yeah.
One of the nightmare situations, losing the rings is definitely one of them.
Definitely.
Right?
Does anybody have a bottle of Xanax?
I need 50 cents for the coin machine. I'll be right back.
Damn it, toy! Damn it, toy! Damn it, toy!
I got one ring now. I need $30 to get more.
Get more ring.
Get a ring? No, but I got 37 dinosaurs.
Roll the quarters, quick.
So yeah, I just called out my nephew on our podcast, but it was hilarious. It was a good time. But going back to that, during the rehearsal dinner, I actually set up a cigar bar for everybody.
Okay.
We had a whole bunch of Olivas. I lined up all the Olivas. All the groomsmen came up, and I cut them for them. Showed them the trick of put the cutter down on the table, cut it, and you'll get the perfect cut every time. So they enjoyed that. Showed them the different cuts that we did have. I had was the V cut, the punch. Told them the benefits and stuff of that. So I did get to spread around a little bit of cigar information to the guys, which I thought was excellent. They seemed to enjoy it, and we just kind of hung out and smoked cigars for most of the night. So it was an enjoyable experience.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sharing the leaf cutter love.
Mm-hmm.
Scanned every one of
really
them
cool.
a sticker that said leaf cutters with the website.
I didn't because it was his wedding, but I did tell him about the podcast.
You have to make like a junior leaf cutter sticker that they can put on.
It's like a child ant, like a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
No.
I learned today.
Yeah.
Right, at least 21.
But it was it was a good time. It was a good experience, and it was fun actually passing that knowledge on to people in person, just like
That's
we do on
cool.
the podcast. Pass that knowledge along. So when they do have the question, they know now that they can do that and get a good cut if
So
they're
they
doing a
call
straight
Gibbs
cut.
and go, "What the fuck did you say?" I was drunk later that night. I don't remember a damn thing.
I mean, it's quite possible. There was a lot of alcohol going around. A lot. I think by the time the wedding started, there was an entire bottle of Buffalo Trace gone.
Well, like when you say like an entire bottle of Buffalo Trace, you're talking about like a 750 milliliter, right?
Yeah.
How many
Were you
people
talking
were
about the big
involved?
gallon?
From what I know, who was drinking it, 4, 5.
Oh,
maybe?
that's not that many.
Okay.
That's not that many people.
That's
fine.
That's not that many people.
But this was
That's
this was
the
combined with a bunch of beer.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that could be a problem.
I mean, I think they started on that bottle 4 beers in.
Oh, beer before liquor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
But
forget
they
how
were
that rhyme
pros.
goes, and I never get it right, and it doesn't really matter.
They were pros. That's all I'm saying.
So it's beer before liquor, never
Been
sicker.
sicker. Yep.
Yeah.
Liquor before
But
beer.
I've heard a
you're in the
version of
clear.
that's reversed,
Yeah, liquor
and I
before
don't
beer.
remember the rhyme.
It doesn't matter. I'm usually
It's
drunk. by
because
then.
you did the beer first. That's why you don't remember the rhyme.
Drink quality shit and you don't have to worry about it,
There you go.
I think the takeaway is really like if you know what your liver and your body can process, maybe just don't be an idiot. But
we're not,
I don't know.
nobody's going to listen to
Where's
that.
the fun in that?
When you talk about 4
I
guys
don't know.
knocking down a 750 bottle of Buffalo, 3 of us knocked out a bottle of Angels. Was it Angels Envy or Elijah Craig?
At your house, Elijah
Yeah,
Craig.
Elijah Craig. In a night within a couple of hours.
That's
So-
that's not too difficult.
Okay, but were you doing this before a wedding?
No, we were doing
No.
this before. I'm just not going to say it.
I'm just saying.
Miss you too.
Yeah, I hate you.
And he's still a little miffed about Zachy Poo moving away.
Says the Gibbs, who's still miffed about Andy moving away.
Pretty much.
Yep.
All right, now I think it's time to review these babies.
Do it.
Is it?
For me, it is.
I think we're ready.
Yeah,
I think
go
we're
ahead.
ready.
Kick it.
All right, for mine, it definitely kicked up a notch toward the end, like I was expecting it to. it became a more full cigar and a more delightful cigar. It did have some, no film in my mouth, so that, of course, great. But it did have more of a taste to it, but I can't place where that taste is. I do go with it does have an earthy taste to it, but I'm not getting like leather or cedar or anything else out of it. But if I was going to score it, it's definitely going to be higher than what it was starting off at. Probably a 3.75. A little bit lower than a 4. It's not one that I would seek out, but it is one of those, if I saw it in the store, I'd probably pick it up because I'm like, okay, I know what that tastes like and I know it's good and I know I'll relax, because I have started to relax with this one. So yeah, 3.75. How about you, Andy?
Nice.
Mine's getting a little hot here at the end, but other than that, yeah, when it started out, I'm with you. When it started out, I didn't know that I didn't think this was going to get to be, full bodied and full flavored. And it hit that point right halfway, maybe just past halfway. It started to really pick up. It got a more complex profile to it. Still really earthy to me. The pepper and the catfish breading kind of helped out. It bounced pretty well, just say.
Good.
It went well with my lunch. Yeah, I think on a 1 to 5, I'm gonna give it a 4. I like Foundation cigars in their blends. So
I haven't had experience with too many Foundation cigars, so this
Founders
may be
or
one.
Foundation.
I think it's Founders.
Founders, right?
I was gonna say I don't think this is Foundation.
Yeah,
This is-
Founders
this is Foundation,
yeah.
so I apologize.
Founders.
I've only
Founders
had
I
maybe.
haven't had a lot.
I've only had one, maybe another Founders, but the same thing with Foundation. I don't know if I actually had a Foundation cigar at all, but a Founders cigar, I think I've had one in the past. It's about on par of that one, but I can't remember what it was off the top of my head at the moment. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt there. Billy, how about you, buddy?
I'm pretty much like you guys. As it started out, I mean, I probably would have ended up giving this like a 3.5. Just because the flavors weren't really quite there. I mean, it was just very mild, like kind of one note type of cigar. But as it started to burn down, you got a little more complexity and a little bit more richness to the flavors. But yeah, I would say that I'm trying to pick up some, earthiness is a good description. I'm trying to pick up something else, and I'm thinking, I don't know if it's like cocoa, like not sweet cocoa, but somewhere along that flavor profile. I'm kind of picking up maybe a little bit, but I think I would agree with a 4 overall.
Nice.
What did you give it, Andy? Did you rate it? You gave it a 4? Okay. Robert, how about you, buddy?
I'm going to go with 3.75. It was good. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't the best I've ever had. Well, it definitely wasn't the worst. Again, still developing the flavor palette thing. I am tasting pepper, but outside of that, I mean, it burned evenly. Smoked great, even with all my technical difficulties. And yeah, I mean, I'd grab another one.
Fair enough. And Zach.
So, yeah, it definitely developed well. I'm getting a little bit of pepperiness towards the end, which I'm a fan. And it's not knocking my socks off as far as like flavor, but it's really enjoyable. I feel like I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Because I feel like it's slightly better than like average premium cigar, but not too far towards my preference. But it's really like like you were saying, or all of you were saying, where if you saw it and you knew you wanted a cigar that was pretty good, I would pick it.
Yeah.
So I like it. And I want to caveat that with like a 3 is still a fucking good cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not on my desert island. We'll say that.
No.
Shout out to Hector.
Shout out to Hector. All right, so I guess that's going to wrap us up for today. Again, get on our socials. Shout out to us. Say hi. Talk to us. We're out there. We'll talk back. We're on Instagram. We're on Rumble. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're pretty much on all the socials. And of course, YouTube as well. So shout out. We'll talk back to you. There's been several people that we keep up conversations with in our comments. So yeah, we'd love to hear from you. If you like us, let us know. If you don't like us, let us know. You may have input that we didn't think about, like I hate your camera movements. Okay, whatever. Feedback
we may
is
not
good
change
sometimes.
anything because of it, but you're welcome to offer suggestions.
Yeah, you're welcome to offer suggestions, whether we take it or not, whatever. But, I guess on that note, I'm going to say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.